Hi everyone, welcome to this session. And in this session, we are going to learn grammar, vocabulary, followed by interaction. So let's get started with the session, friends. And what we are going to learn in today's session is we are going to learn a voice. We are going to learn how to frame active and passive in the past tense. So it's very important for us to be aware what is active and what is passive. Of course, you can use active and passive as per your comfort zone. If you're comfortable using active, you can go ahead with that. If you're comfortable using passive, you can go ahead with that. It's absolutely your call, but we should be aware of what is active and what is passive. Before that, the code of conduct says that there are 5 steps to become fluent at English Can. First is to watch and learn the videos that are there in the English Can application, participate in the Telegram activities, attend the live session for practice, record and upload your video, and get your video checked for lifetime because you get lifetime access to all of this. Now, heading straight to the grammar part, we should be knowing that how to structure a statement, because most of the times we are not able to become fluent because our sentence structuring is not up to the mark. So how you are expected to structure a statement? Your statement should have 3 things: subject, verb, and object. Subject is about whom are you talking in the statement. Verbs are anything from V1, V2, and V3. An object is something that gives complete meaning to your statement. So subject, verb, and object, very important part. Now, in most of the sentences, the subject and object remains the same, only the verbs keep on changing. So we need to know what are verbs. There are 3 types of verbs: V1, V2, and V3. As you can see on your device, V1 is nothing but simple present tense, something that we do generally. V2 is simple past, something that happened yesterday or last week. And V3, I will explain you in a better way when we do tenses together. So for the moment, you need to go through this verbs chart because it's very important. Already a list of 1000 verbs is already given in the English Can application. You need to open the app and look for the PDF that is with the name 1000 verbs. So go, went, gone, do, did, done, speak, spoke, spoken, come, came, come. So you should be aware of these verbs. Once you know these verbs, sentence structuring is going to be as easy as pie. It means it is going to be very, very easy for you. Now, one more thing we should be aware of is there are 12 tenses. Broadly, there are 3: present, past, and future. And each of it is further divided into 4 parts. So present ke 4, past ke 4, future ke 4. But when you do active and passive, we are going to deal with only 9 voices. Correct? So there are 9 voices. That is, present has 3, past has 3, and future has 3. So present has simple present, present continuous, present perfect, so on and so forth for past and future. In today's session, we are going to focus on past. We are going to learn active and passive in the past tense, that is simple past, past continuous, and past perfect. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive into active and passive of the past tense. One more thing that you need to remember is when you make an active statement, you're going to make use of pronouns. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. And these pronouns become possessive pronouns when you are making them into passive. I becomes me, we becomes us, you remains you, they becomes them, he becomes him, she becomes her, and it remains it. So there are pronouns and then there are possessive pronouns. So going to the first tense in the past tense, that is simple past, something that happened yesterday or last week or earlier part of the same day. It means if I talk about today morning, it is going to be in the past tense. So in the past, we make use of was and were. And most of the times people get confused where to use was and where to use were. The answer to this question is when you talk about I, he, she, it, about yourself, about a boy, he, a girl, she, or a thing, it, you will always use was. And when you talk about we, you, and they, you will always use were. For example, the sentence structuring, the formula to frame simple past active statement is subject V2 object. I read a book. Raj and I played a guitar. You spoke in English. People wrote letters. The passive, the formula is going to be object plus was, were plus V3 plus subject. I read a book was read by me. So I read a book is मैंने किताब पढ़ी थी. A book was read by me. मेरे द्वारा किताब पढ़ी गई थी. Raj and I played a guitar. हमने गिटार प्ले किया था. A guitar was played by Raj and me. हमारे द्वारा गिटार प्ले किया गया था. You spoke in English. तुमने इंग्लिश में बात की थी. English was spoken by you. तुम्हारे द्वारा इंग्लिश में बात की गई थी. So this is nothing but active and passive in simple past tense. Now, past continuous is activity that was going on in the past tense. In active voice, the formula will be subject plus was, were plus ing plus object. I was reading a book. Raj and I were playing a guitar. You were speaking in English. The passive is going to be object plus was, were plus being plus V3. For example, I was reading a book. मैं किताब पढ़ रही थी. A book was being read by me. Correct? A guitar was being played by Raj and me. English was being spoken by you. Letters were being written by me or people. So that is nothing but past continuous. Now going to past perfect. Past perfect is activity that was completed a while back. Correct? So over here in active voice, it is going to be subject plus had plus V3. I had read a book. मैं किताब पढ़ चुकी थी. You had spoken in English. तुम इंग्लिश में बात कर चुके थे. In passive, it will be object plus had plus been plus V3. I had read a book. A book had been read by me. You had spoken in English. English had been spoken by you. Khushi had brought a new toy. A new toy had been brought by Khushi. So this is all that you need to know about active and passive in past tense. In simple past, I read a book was read by me. I was in past continuous, I was reading a book was being read by me. And in past perfect, I had read a book had been read by me. This is all you need to know about active and passive in the past tense.